Another new gift in the GDPR is a mandatory requirement, under some circumstances at least, to carry out data protection impact assessments. These assessments will have to be formalized in documentation in circumstances where the processing is likely to result in a higher risk to what the GDPR calls the rights and freedoms of natural persons. So there is some elaboration on when this comes into play. When is there a high risk to rights and freedoms? And one particular such case is in such processing that involves systematic and extensive evaluation of personal aspects, where you carry out automatic processing, such as profiling, and where you base your decisions on this automatic precision, where these decisions produce legal effects. Now, common examples of that is screening loan applicants or screening job applicants, for example, through automatic processing. That kind of processing will trigger a data protection impact assessment. Another kind of processing to require or to trigger a requirement for the impact assessment is when you process on a large scale sensitive categories of data, or actually, well, special categories. But what we mean to say are these sensitive kind of data that we have discussed already, such as ones relating to health, for example. Another kind of activity that would trigger an impact assessment requirement is when carrying out a systematic monitoring of publicly accessible areas on a large scale. And here, it doesn't have to be, for example, CCTV monitoring or like camera monitoring. There are all kinds of very useful and interesting and legitimate monitoring going on of, for example, monitoring movement of cell phones, if you can pick up Bluetooth or other signaling coming from portable devices to plot how streams are moving. I've been involved with, for example, engineers have been measuring the flow of vehicle traffic through electronic signals to see how you can systemize traffic and road planning. Now, this kind of monitoring will sometimes reach the level of processing of personal data, depending on what kind of signaling you're picking up. And this kind of activities can trigger an impact assessment requirement. There is an opportunity that the GDPR invites, or a requirement even, to consult with the relevant national supervisory authority in the cases where this processing indicates a high risk. So this is useful to remember that it may not just end with you having carried out the assessment. There may be a consultation requirement as well.